What's up, guys? Steve here, I1 Fitness. Just having a little bit of coffee here, trying to get this day started. I want to talk real quick about arm days and the importance of incorporating an arm day into your workout. Now, I didn't used to do an arm day. For one, I think when a lot of young guys go in the gym, young kids, teenagers, and things like that, the first thing they want to do is curl a bunch of weight and do curls all day and build big arms. Everybody wants to build big arms. But I think I always felt I was a little older when I really got into my, training at a harder core level anyway. And I think I didn't want to be one of those guys that was in the gym curling all day. So I had more of an interest in building overall mass and how I could build my chest and my back and my shoulders and try to get it in. That's kind of been my focus. So for the most part, I did my arms with other body parts, for example, chest and tries, back and bis, or sometimes I would do back and tries because they offset, and chest and bis. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the point is what happens, I think, is when you train chest and tries, for example, you're already really burning those triceps out quite a bit just doing your chest movements. If you're doing heavy chest presses and things like that, and you're doing high volume, which I like to do, a lot of people like to do, 4 or 5 different exercises for a body part, which, so you're getting into the 20, 15, 20 set range for a body part. When you're pressing, you're using your triceps. When you're doing most of your chest movements, you're using your triceps. So by the time you get to the tricep part of the workout, when you're going to do 4 or 5 more different exercises for triceps, even if you shorten them up to 3 sets apiece, your triceps are really taxed already. And I believe that you're not able to really get as much focus on them anymore. They still work, but you don't get the same kind of pump out of them sometimes because they're already exhausted. So it's fine to do it that way, but I really recommend. And the same thing with back work and biceps. You do so much heavy pulling. I like to go. Our back is our next biggest muscles, and next to our legs, and that it's back workouts are very taxing, and you're usually able to go pretty heavy. I like to pull really heavy on back days. So by the time you do all these pulling motions, you've taxed your biceps quite a bit. So by the time you get to the bicep workout, it's there, but you might be starting to wind down at that stage in the workout. So I just don't feel like they get as much benefit. Now, in the recent times, I've gone back to a separate arm day, which I love, and I'll tell you why. For one, the focus is solely on the arms. I like to superset most of the workout, do a tricep exercise, do a bicep exercise, superset it together. I like building the whole arm at one time because when you get that pump on both sides of the arm, it makes your arm look that much more massive, which kind of makes your, kind of gets into your mind, and it feels good for your ego, and it looks good, and it gets you excited. But ultimately, when you're working the arms exclusively like that, the focus is on that. You're able to apply 100% of the energy to the arms. Therefore, you're getting a good pump. The arms are responding well to what you're doing because there's nothing else it's focusing on. Your body is not exhausted in any other way, and it's primarily targeting those arms. So I truly recommend putting an arm day into your split. Make sure you hit them forearms at least a few sets, because a lot of people tend to forget that, and I was the same way for a while. And if you don't hit those forearms, do some wrist curls and things, your forearms are going to become, your inner forearm anyways, going to become a little bit underdeveloped, and you're going to look a little silly. So you want to make sure, always with all of your body, you've got to hit everything, because the more detailed you become, the more unsymmetrical you're going to look if you don't target all those individual muscles. Also, the outer part of the forearm, if you really want to build this, and the outside here, do your hammer curls, do your reverse grip curls. Make sure you develop the entire arm. So anyway, guys, make sure you go down and like and share and favorite the movie. And please subscribe to the channel. There's a little button right down here that says subscribe. It takes a nanosecond to do. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to get an arm day in your workout and go out there and keep on driving. Later.